I want to go over some quick updates for Ghost of Yotei. They, for one, shared a new video regarding our wolf companion that looks very interesting with some new gameplay and info. We got other new gameplay for the firearms and other sort of stuff that I want to go over. And also, let's see, we have information about the limited edition console bundles that will be available by the time you watch this, maybe September 4th. So let's look over that. But first, it's not gonna get delayed anymore. Ghost of Yotei has gone gold. Congrats to the Sucker Punch team on that achievement. And yeah, that means that we're playing it very, very soon. I really can't wait. Especially after looking at some of the new gameplay. I think the wolf companion, I first thought it was gonna be a fit, and then the wolf would come and help you out. But no, it's actually a bit different. So if we look at this social media video they shared. Let's see, wolf ally. Etsu is joined on her hunt by a wolf, but a bond needs to be built with your four-legged ally. Okay. At first the wolf roams freely, but may join you as you explore or fight enemies. So at some point the wolf will just join and help you out. Discovering wolf dens and rescuing caged wolves will earn you points for a wolf skill tree. This game is gonna have many smaller skill trees, it seems. And then, okay, I like the wolf. I wanna, like, maybe the final skill tree, or maybe skill that we can unlock, will let you summon the wolf permanently. We will maybe learn about that in this video, but let's continue. That's at least new information. Unlocks increase the chance of the wolf fighting by your side, in addition to very, yeah, that's pretty cool. If you like the wolf, this might actually be a pretty good thing to focus on. Having the wolf show up more, because then of course enemies divide their attention. You can more freely, yeah, figure out their weak spots. I think it might be actually pretty good, but we will see. Here you already see he is like completely stunning basically the enemy with the shield, and then you can just strike. And of course you have the standoff with the wolf, which is awesome. And that's kind of the new info we got. I think that's pretty interesting, a new mechanic, and it's cool that it's more than just a, yeah, you can whistle and it's just always by your side. No, they have a twist, and I think it has like an interesting impact, or like some sort of link to the story of Yotei as well. Looking at the katana that she has, that seems to be reminiscent of her father. So that's interesting stuff. Also, we got brand new gameplay. Maybe you know Sunny Legend. That's pretty cool. So Sony has been basically hiring the people that are doing, like, I think around the Ghost of Tsushima launch, or maybe a bit before that, there were people that were just posting amazing, like, short videos of their games doing, like, pro moves. And now Sony is like, that's actually a pretty dope way to promote our games. Horizon already did it, and now for Ghost of Yotei, for every new weapon type, they basically have this person who is very good at games, yeah, show you cool moves you can do. I do think they're playing on the lethal difficulty that was confirmed for the game, and that means that you die very fast, but enemies too. And that's what we're seeing, because enemies have no chance to react at all. But yeah, I think we start with a very interesting thing. We don't have the HUD here, but she grabs a small pistol. We know that that's basically one of the new tools that she has. And yeah, it seems to be able to one-shot enemies. But I think the amount of ammo you have for this is way lower than for the bigger rifle that we will see in action here too. Very cool that the smoke stays with you. It kind of reminds me of Infamous Second Son. I think it had effects like this as well. But it's just a fun little effect that we have here. Of course we can... That's like a brutal assassination. So, this seems to be a pro move. You can basically slow down time, and you use that to reload the weapon. And then bam. Because you would think that you can also use this sort of bullet time to quickly shoot. But yeah, it's an older gun. Just like in Assassin's Creed Shadows, you need to reload it. Another cool thing is that you can seemingly... And we've seen that before. I'm not sure if you can really use the weapon from enemies, but you can pick them up and then throw them to the enemy. And again, oh wow, we have the wolf there. Oh, I did not never see that. So, I think this is like a random thing. We just talked about the wolf, but basically this wolf is now joining you in your encounter here in this camp. But yeah, you have to be lucky that the wolf shows up. Maybe it is also that okay, maybe you die, and then you go back to your previous checkpoint, then you do the camp, and then the wolf is not there. I would argue that that's probably how it's gonna work, and then in this case you got lucky. Unless you have like a lot of skill points in the wolf skill tree, then the wolf will show up more. But yeah, that's basically a free kill, and it looks pretty brutal there. I did not see that before. The enemies are very scared though. I'm curious if like the fear system is back. Look at the blood. That's insane. And the cool move on, like, that's the katana from the enemy. Again, she has her own katanas. But hey, let's use that, throw it in the air, and then yeah, we can immediately use it to take care of this enemy. They have no chance. Then we use the bullet time sort of effect again to reload the weapon. It's still pretty long. I really think that the reloading of this gun is gonna be pretty long without that effect. And then we of course shoot the enemy over there. I think we have the wolf here as well, which kind of funny. Not sure what he's doing over there. Again, I really think this lethal difficulty, like 2 hits with these fast weapons that likely don't have a lot of damage. Yeah, that is totally the lethal difficulty. I think we got another enemy. The first enemy is actually willing to fight. And yeah, this seems like a sick combo you can do. That seemed like an ability that she was doing. For spirit, of course, we don't have focus in this game. We have spirit. And then, boom. Love the sheeting animation for that. Pretty awesome. So I've not watched this one yet. They also put up the Yari gameplay. So this is for the spear, obviously. So on a bridge. Okay, you can like charge. That's awesome. Throw enemies against each other, I would imagine. Again, totally lethal difficulty with how fast these enemies die. But you must be able to throw them off the bridge too. Yeah, boom. Yoo-hoo. That is pretty awesome as well. And of course, sheeting animation. And then she continues. Like, let me know if you're gonna play the game on lethal difficulty from the start. I might try it. But I also, for like videos, I want to just play on normal, because then if people have questions or like, oh, this boss fight was really easy or hard, I can relate because I'm playing on the same difficulty. But I do think that lethal difficulty is really rewarding if you are a skilled player, because you can breeze through the game, but you also die very quickly. It's kind of how I play Shadows now. I have like a build where I deal a lot of damage, but but I only have 25% of the max health bar. So basically on the Nightmare difficulty, 2 hits and I'm down. But yeah, that should be the case in Yotei too. And we of course got the Kusarigama gameplay that I actually already talked about. I don't want to, yeah, look at it too much. But yeah, it's cool that we have the sort of snowy area too, where we fight these shinobis. The only thing I'm like kind of worried about with this weapon is the sort of stealth animation, because we just had that and it's basically the same here. So you grab, pull, and nuke, and it's the same. There's like no. So if you like do that a lot in a camp, I mean for Shadows it's the same too, but now it jumps to the target instead of yeah, pulling them towards you. But yeah, like this weapon on the lethal difficulty is could be really OP, because yeah, you can just swing it around and then hit multiple enemies, and if they die from a few hits, you attack them from afar and you can kill them very quickly. So this might be the best weapon on lethal. That's what I'm kind of predicting here. Okay, let's look at some other information. They of course want to sell you stuff as well. So yeah, they're gonna sell you some of the bundles. Okay, so they actually have a limited edition console as well, the gold limited edition bundle, and the DualSense controller. Whoa, that's a lot of money, 85. I'm not sure if that's the increased price that I'm just not familiar with, but that's a lot. And you got like basically for the black one as well. But I love the fact with PlayStation, of course. Did they make like a video for these? I think they already, yeah, this was from the State of Play, right? Yeah. I love the gold one. I'm not so certain about the black one. This is pretty dope though, this back. But of course the nice part about the PS5, okay, the black one looks kind of cool too. I'm not sure about the controller. It looks kind of, yeah, if someone brought it to an art class or something and then, yeah, was not very careful with it at all. This is actually the map probably, which is awesome. That is a nice detail. But yeah, you can of course buy the faceplates too, I would imagine. As you can see here, yeah, the faceplates, even for the Pro. They really have a lot of stuff. But yeah, check that out. October 2nd, of course. When I'm able to discuss more about the game, we will of course do a main channel video, or we'll do a quick one right here. But yeah, I can't wait. This is totally my most anticipated game for the rest of the year. October 2nd is here before you know it. And hopefully I'm able to give you a review before launch, obviously. So that will be spoiler free, and that will answer your questions. If you have questions for a potential review that I will do, let me know. And of course, when I can share more about the game, I will let you know. So be sure you subscribe, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.